Alright, this is our felt experiment. We've added the felt in there. Put the adjustable flame controller on top. We're going to leave it wide open for this test. And we're going to go ahead and fill it up with fluid. We already got it pretty full. I just need to get it right till it starts to glisten a little bit. It's plenty. I don't know what I was showing you this. My camera never stays straight when I'm doing this. Okay, let's set this down. And we're going to probably put the fresh pot of water on there to see how much that flame hits that. Now, granted, we've only got 1/3 the flame, so this is a controlled burn, I guess, more or less, because only 1/3 of the flame is actually open right now. It's getting a pretty high flame now, even with just 1/3 of the flame. That's not quite straight there. Alright, camera's not straight, one of the two. With just 1/3 of the flame, we're still getting a decent flame. It's not a. This would not be a boiling flame. You wouldn't try and boil water this way, obviously. If you wanted to boil water, you wouldn't put that adjuster in there. There's no reason to keep that in there to boil flame. This would be after you have your food cooked, maybe, or you got something going, and you just want a little flame to keep it warm. Not a good flame to keep it warm right there. Maybe even a little bit much, but that's why it's got the adjuster on it. So you could potentially adjust it around to any size you want. And I'm going to lift this camera up so you can get down inside here and see what I'm doing. Kind of just point down here. I'm using this knife. I might use a pocket knife if I'm camping or something else. I'm closing that way down. Just getting a little flame down there. Closing it way down. You see how you can just bring down the little slivers. Now it's pretty high up there right now on this particular one, so it's going to tend to be a bigger flame regardless if I have it down or up. So let's just get back here and let you see that again. I hear something sizzling. I can't tell if that's my alcohol or if that's my pot. Oh yeah, there's water foaming on the bottom of the pot. And the water on the bottom of the pot, I imagine, is what we're sizzling. That orange, I imagine, is coming from the center piece. The adjuster is what I'm guessing is causing it to turn orange. I don't think that's our felt. In fact, just for test purpose, I want to take that off there and see. Since we're not trying to bring it to a boil anyway, we're just heating water. Which, amazingly, it's already getting hot off just that little bit of flame. It's got some steam going. Did I steam up my lens? No. I want to see what happens if we take that out of there if we're still getting that orange flame. Not that the orange flame would be a problem, but just curious. If that's the felt? No? That's definitely not as much of an orange flame now. Let's see how that looks on the bottom. Pot like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm tilted. I wonder if I have one of my legs unscrewed a little bit. It looks like I have one of my legs unscrewed a little bit. I need to screw those in all the way.
You do?
But we definitely have a stronger... Sorry, Mitch. We definitely have a stronger flame when you don't... Yeah, one of my legs is unscrewed. You can tell because this side is higher than these other two. And screw it back down. I was messing with that a minute ago trying to add some felt. That's a nice steady flame there, though. Look at that. There's a perfectly steady flame up there. Look at that, it's just a ring of flame right around the bottom of the pot. Obviously, with any kind of wind in the wood, you'd almost have to have some kind of windshield around this. That's just the nature of alcohol stoves. They all need windscreens of some sort. Now the nice part about this is with this felt on here, you could, I don't know if you can, let me just lift the camera up a hair here, maybe it'll help see this, but you can potentially add fuel. I don't know if you're going to be able to see anyway. If you can see it spitting fuel right into the center of that. Now it's full. What did I add? Some fuel. I added a lot of fuel. Interesting when you add fuel like that, how the fuel is actually boiling on top of the felt. I added so much fuel. So that'll calm down in a second. I just got a lot of fuel on top of the felt there. And I don't have my adjuster in anymore. Ouch, that stays hot. That hasn't even been, I guess it was touching this. Yeah, so it's transferring heat down still. A little bit on the hot side. Don't laugh at me. So anyways, let's just, not going to try and put that back in there right this second. We're steaming for sure. I didn't test any kind of time on this here, so I don't know. And we switched between one and the other. I just wanted to see what was going on there. Really a good flame. I like that flame a lot. I like the way it's looking. I'm going to actually pull the pot off just so I can see what that flame looks like. Got the pot on there. And I've got so much fuel in there right now. I'm going to need to I've got so much fuel in there right now. You can see that it's actually the fuel's over the top of the felt. No, it's not melting the felt. It's just there's more fuel in there right now than there should be. I shouldn't have tried to fill it just to show you how to fill it. I went ahead and filled it, and it had plenty of fuel in it already. So it's just burning all that fuel off the top there, which is why we're getting all that orange flames, because this is brand new. Some of this has never been used. So I'm sure all that orange is coming from just burning around all the edges. See there, it's coming down already. Once the fuel, did you see that? Once the fuel, well, I just shook it so it's actually bubbling out, but once the fuel gets down to the felt level and it's not sitting on those little ledges, now it's just burning the fuel. It's not burning the bubbles are not caused. I'm sorry, it's not boiling anymore. When that fuel's boiling, it's pressurized and it's creating vapors. So now we're just burning it through the felt. Yeah, you can go dump that water out if you want, Mitch. That's hot. We're going to do a test burn on how long it burns. We need to test it in this. Just going to touch this here and see how hot it is. No, it's fine. Just fine. Not even hot. Not where I'm touching the silicone, obviously. If I touch the metal, I'm sure it's hot enough to burn me.
More water or just leave it?
It's not extremely hot. It is hot. Yeah, go ahead and get me 2 more cups of water. There's a measuring cup right there on the side. It's right to that line. That line. Yeah, it's 2 cups. So that's a good flame, and I bet you, I don't know how much fuel I have in here now because I did overfill it, so that's a good burn though. I like that. We don't need to test the time with this device because we know that is to cause it to go down low. So we're going to go ahead and test the time with this style here. But I'm going to stop this and restart it so I can watch my clock on my camera here.